Bakker Naturopath from New Zealand. Thanks for coming back to this channel. I hope you've had time to have a look around at some of the videos, because there's a few here. There's no fluffy cat videos on this channel, okay? No fluffy stuff. This is about your health. Lots of hints and tips here, but not stuff to make you laugh and to click away, watch another video of car crashes or whatever you like to do. So, right, anyway. The immediate effects of taking CanXida is an interesting question I got through the YouTube channel. I tend to see more yeast in my stool after I started taking CanXida. I assume that means it's dying, but I would like a description of the immediate effects and what's going on in my body after I take CanXida. So I did a video before on standardized versus non-standardized herbal ingredients. It's a big good one for you to watch, because it may explain on these immediate effects and why you can see changes in the stool. You can see mucus, you can see slime, you can see undigested food particles, you can see lots of stuff that could come out of you. White bloom, some people talk about dead worms, or I've seen just about every kind of email you can imagine what comes out of people's bodies. And but that's something I'm used to talking about, stuff that comes out, of the places that people don't want to talk about. So, but yeah, it's interesting talking to one of my friends who is very involved in colonic irrigation. When I spoke with her about CanXida and about the kind of medicines I was using, and she said the kind of stuff that you've got, when you give that to people, no doubt you will see lots of changes, because it works on the biofilm. It's going to work on the brush border. It's going to help to clean up the small intestine and get lots of junk out of the body. So when you take small doses to begin with, you'll get small effects, which will happen over a period of several weeks as the gut starts changing. It's very common for me to hear this feedback from people, particularly people who take the CanXida Remove, the Rebuild and the Restore. All those three work together to create that good environment in the gut that's conducive towards building good bacteria and keeping balances of microbes in check that could cause a lot of problems, like yeast, for example. So white can happen. As I said, the white specks, and some people say, wow, what's going on here? So don't worry, we're not wiping out the good bacteria, we're balancing the microbiome in general. So you're going to see changes, and these changes will also be commensurate with changes in how you feel. So with these stool changes, there can also be a release in terms of like gas from the body, toxins can come out, skin can start smelling. This is why it's important to drink plenty of water when you're taking CanXida. Lots of fresh foods, fresh juicy foods, leafy greens, to cut back on crappy kind of foods. So you'll speed up the process faster by giving your body good cleansing fruits and vegetables in general. Many people talk about that, but this will really help, because there's no point taking CanXida if you're going to go to a burger joint and then have a couple of cans of Coke and wash it down with it. You might as well just go somewhere else if you're going to do stuff like that. It's not conducive. And remember, we did a video on the people that never really heal, the 4 types of recovery. Those are the sort of people that never fully heal. They just pay lip service to supplements. They take them while they're going out on parties all the time and staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning and shooting up cocaine or whatever people do. I don't know what they do, but these aren't the ways to good health. So the question was, what are the immediate effects? If you've got a stool test that's showing very high levels of yeast, very low levels of beneficial bacteria, high levels of dysbiotic bacteria, low levels of pancreatic enzymes, worst case scenario, you're going to get a lot of problems in terms of bloating, gas, headaches. All these changes occur if you push the dosages of CanXida too high and too hard in the beginning. That's like anything. The worse you feel, the slower you start, and then you won't experience too much discomfort. And as you pick up, you can push the body more and more. But the first 1 to 2 weeks of taking CanXida is when you're most likely to see this kind of stuff. But it's not a bad thing. Thanks for tuning in.